I mainly stuck. And the question comes like, there was a question about team performance assessment and project performance appraisal. And I knew for sure that the team there is like this team performance assessment was a output from develop project team, and then it goes to manage project team where we do project performance appraisal for individual. But somehow when you're doing an exam, it was like forgot that thing, and I end up selecting a wrong one. So there's sometimes like input output kind of stuff. This is one point where I am missing like two or three questions per se. Like the input output,
Yeah.
because I was just following I was trying to understand each and every single term instead of remembering the input output and tools and techniques.
True.
And this is what, yeah, that's the one thing that I'm missing in the exam.
In the real exam, you don't get direct input output questions, or hardly, maybe less than 10 questions will come where they primarily target what is input and what is output.
Mhm.
Said that there will be a questions which may be answered through input output as well. So it's like the
That's
concept which is getting discussed, and since the complete PMBOK is processes, input, output, tools and technique, if you can just see the process in the question, you can also address it through input output as well. So what I'm saying is that don't worry too much about memorizing input and output,
Mhm.
in which you just like the example you spoke about team performance assessment and project performance appraisal. Now when you talk about team performance assessment, you just need to be clear that I am developing team and it is more about norming, forming, storming stage.
right.
Now get this idea, norming, forming, storming stage, then it is a develop project team. So
So
that's the thing which I need to remember, rather than it's an tool and technique or input or output of develop project team. Similarly, project performance appraisal, you remember that when I am monitoring them, I am working with them, when I'm controlling, when I'm just checking what happened and what was expected, and I'm providing live feedback. Though
right.
it's still an executing process, group process, then I'm doing project performance appraisal. So see, whatever the mistakes you are getting, don't conclude it for memorizing input and output, but conclude it that, okay, I better understand. Maybe it can also look in the input output form, but if I understand the processes well, and if I can map the process with a question, that's the idea many of the test taker takes, is as you read the process question, you start thinking, oh, which knowledge area, which process, okay, this is the answer. So as you go through the text, the situation the question is giving, in your mind, you quickly map it to the knowledge area and process. Knowledge area mapping is relatively easy. You come to know quickly. Once the knowledge area to process mapping happens, then the probability of marking the question increases significantly high, because you are now limiting your thinking to a given process, and you can get the clues from the question.
I see.